All right, thanks everybody. All right, do you guys have time for like a little 20-minute songwriting workshop thing? All right, this has been something that's just it's always on my mind, and I talked a little bit about it with in Jennifer's song using pronouns, and but you can really control the focus of where your listener is by paying attention to all of your articles. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a lyric. You guys have seen me post this lyric in class, not that one. And I'm kind of at the final stages. There it is. Yeah, like the final rewrites, and sometimes I get asked all the time, well, Shane, like how do you make your final edits? What goes, what stays? And I thought, okay, since I happen to be going through it with one of my songs, I can speak fully on. All right, so here's the lyric, and to be honest, I like the lyric how it is. Like it's, I walk you to the front porch. Can you guys all see my screen? I can't remember if I'm still sharing. I walk you to the front porch beneath a harvest moon. The swirl of leaves between our feet sing a perfect cursive tune. Our conversation sparkles, but I don't hear a word we say, because I'm caught up in the lightning, girl, and tonight I let you take my breath away. Autumn air, crisp and calm, you slip a hand inside my palm. Our fingers dance together warm, predestined, intertwined. That touch to me is music pure, a symphony at the front door. A violin in a morning star, the Milky Way on my guitar, a rhapsody so sweet that we composed a long time now ago. As a boy, I'd crush on a whim, pine for any damsel prim, my heart of naive porcelain, a lion in a den of Daniels. But love had cruel design for me, a vulgar knife cut right through me, waylaid by the wayside, bruised and cold. So I was reticent when first we met, hesitant and prone to fret, took measure over pleasure yet, don't screw this up, don't you rush. Outwardly you could not see the ravage overpowering me. Privately I burned of you, craved forsake this covert fool. Your kindness crashed my prison, and the prison made me whole. A long time now ago. You erased my sadness, a diamond to my madness. Last verse. Your eyes shine like the poet writing constellations down, and the starlight in your iris makes me want to shout out loud. Within our inward universe, beneath the porch-light glow, I taste a smile in your kiss and drink the rainstorm on your lips. I fall for you like Icarus, but slow, a long time now ago. Okay, so that's the lyric, and I really, really like this lyric. But there are some extra sauce we can put in there, and I'm always looking at I'm looking at my A's, my thes, my ons, the ins, because they count. Where are things? Where are they being placed? And I'm looking. Can I replace any of these with your, my, our? And so the first one's a no-brainer. I walk you to your front porch. And what happens when I see the word a means not as important. And you could also put this could also be an. When I see the word the is important, like this is important. And then, so there's a level of importance. A is not as important. The is important. It's more important. But if I can give it a possession, I'm making it very important because it has ownership. All right, so notice the difference between I walk you to the front porch. I walk you to that front porch. I walk you to this front porch. We use those all the times in our song. But I walk you to your front porch. Beneath a harvest moon, which is a lovely line. Like, I like that line. But you know what? This person is changing my life. Beneath the harvest moon. Can you guys see the difference? I walk you to your front porch beneath the harvest moon. And I'm making that moment more important because I'm using the word the. And here's, all right, this next line, the swirl of leaves between our feet sing a perfect cursive tune. All right, so I've made the leaves more important. The swirl of leaves sing a perfect, but the leaves aren't important. What's important is the magic that's happening between me and the other person. And the magic that is happening is that these regular leaves are singing. So what is the out of the ordinary thing? That the leaves are singing. So this is changed to a swirl of leaves, because it could be any, the magic you give to me when we're together, it could be any swirl of leaves. You make them sing the perfect tune. Can you guys see the difference? I walk you to your front porch beneath the harvest moon. A swirl of leaves between our feet sing the perfect cursive tune. Can you see? It just feels like it locks it. The magic is locked in because I'm putting the focus on the magical things, the moon and the singing. Our conversation sparkles, but I don't hear a word we say. Watch what happens. I don't hear a word. I don't hear a word I say. Because I'm paying complete attention to who? Her. What she says is important. What I say doesn't matter. Our conversation sparkles, but I don't hear a word I say because I'm caught up in your lightning, girl. And I just got rid of the and. Tonight I let you take my breath away. Your lightning. It's not the lightning. I'm caught up in this lightning. That's another one songwriters love to use. I'm caught up in this lightning, which isn't bad. Again, that's not a bad phrase, but there's something magical about giving it ownership. I'm caught up in your lightning, girl. Yes? No? Agree? All right. So now let's read this whole thing again. I walk you to your front porch beneath the harvest moon. A swirl of leaves between our feet sing the perfect cursive tune. Our conversation sparkles, but I don't hear a word I say because I'm caught up in your lightning, girl. Tonight I let you take my breath away. I've made her and the magic the most important thing. Autumn air, crisp. Actually, I changed crisp to. I love. If you look throughout the song, I'm using lots of P's and lots of K sounds. Porch, perfect, cursive, conversation, sparkles, caught up, cause I'm caught up. And so I wanted it crisp and calm, but this did not give me the coldness. I wanted it to be cold, so I changed this to brisk. And because there's a payoff for the cold. By making it cold, there's a payoff. Autumn air, brisk and calm. You slip a hand inside my palm. Again, not a bad lyric, but I slip. Or you slip your hand. You slip your hand inside my palm, and now there's interplay between us. It's not just a hand. It's not any hand. It's your hand because you're important. Our fingers dance together, warm, predestined, intertwined, more D's. This predestined stayed in a long time, and this is a side note, but I changed this to delicious. Our fingers dance together, warm, delicious, intertwined. Because predestined is the original thought was this was meant to be. Our fingers dance together, warm, predestined, intertwined. Like it sounds bigger, but it's delicious. Like that idea of this is delicious. And with our fingers dance together, warm, I get the payoff from the cold. The air is brisk, but our fingers are warm. Why? Because they're delicious and they're intertwined. That touch to me is music pure. So again, your touch to me is music pure. Now here, so it's a symphony at the front door. I love that line. Your touch to me is music pure, a symphony at the front door. And it could be the symphony. Well, first of all, at your front door, there's an opportunity to use your again. Again, making it more personal. Because I keep making her or that other character more important by giving her ownership of things. But you know what? What I determined is it can be any symphony with her. It doesn't matter. The symphony doesn't matter. What matters is we're together. When we're together, it creates a symphony versus it creates the symphony. That could be the symphony, but I like how it backs. I like how it backs off. A violin in a morning star. Okay, this went through many changes. I love the in, like the word play with the mouth. But you know what I thought is I changed this to the violin, and it's like the morning star appears and there's a violin in it. But then the violin, check this out, of a morning star. And now the morning star is playing the violin. Do you guys see that? The violin of a morning star, the Milky Way on my guitar. I've gone back and forth between a Milky Way and the. I think I like the Milky Way. The Milky Way on my and notice the difference between the Milky Way in my guitar. Okay, I'm playing and the Milky Way is coming from it's coming from inside my guitar, but I feel like when in context of the song, when she's with me, she's bringing these things to these normal everyday occurrences. So she's putting the Milky Way on my guitar. Yes? No? So the Milky Way on my guitar. So when I play with her, I'm playing the Milky Way on my guitar. If it wasn't for her, I'm just playing a normal song. But with her, I'm playing the Milky Way. A rhapsody so sweet that we composed. I love the fact that this is past tense, even though it's happening right now, which goes in with the title. A rhapsody so sweet that we composed a long time now ago. So let's read that whole thing again. I walk you to the front porch. I walk you to your front porch. Beneath the harvest moon, a swirl of leaves between our feet sing the perfect cursive tune. Our conversation sparkles, but I don't hear a word I say, 'cause I'm caught up in your lightning, girl. Tonight I let you take my breath away. Autumn air, brisk and calm, you slip your hand inside my palm. Our fingers dance together, warm, delicious, intertwined. Your touch to me is music pure, a symphony at your front door. The violin of a morning star, the Milky Way on my guitar, a rhapsody so sweet that we composed a long time now ago. Paying attention to those ands and thes and my's and those things, it really helps solidify that section. Yes, Robin. Robin, you're muted right now.
Okay. Would you change the word in front of Rhapsody from the A to something like our or the?
I did. I considered that, but my thinking was any Rhapsody will do.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Right. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, it's a Rhapsody, because I didn't want the Rhapsody to become more important than her.
Okay.
The week when we're together, we compose a Rhapsody.
Okay.
I absolutely thought of our Rhapsody, our Rhapsody so sweet that we compose. Sure, absolutely.
Although
The
that is
Rhapsody.
slightly awkward verbally, our Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
I raise my
Kurt,
hand.
did you have a question there, buddy?
Yeah, but going back to the Morning Star, you said a Morning Star. What pops for me is that it'd be the Morning Star. That would be the sun itself, rather than just a Morning Star, one of them just hanging out. I mean, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, man, all great. I thought about that, but I didn't want it to be the sun. I wanted it to be one of the, like Venus. But then the second thing I thought, it doesn't matter if it's Venus. It could be any star that appears in the morning.
Okay.
When I'm with her, a star has a violin that plays. It can be any star.
Okay. Okay.
Do you guys see the difference?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a level of ownership within the relationship between the objects that I'm using and the her. Whenever it comes down to us and an object, I need to make us or her more important.
Got it.
So that's why those decisions are made. And I'm trying to use this as an example. And your points are valid. Like, and you could very well be right. But what I want you to do is I want you to be thinking about these things in your songs. Because how many times do we throw out the word that or this? As a boy, I'd crush. All right, so I'm in the second verse. There's not a lot that's going to change here. As a boy, I'd crush on a whim pine. All right, so this is where I wanted to use fall. I can't remember which song I told you that I wanted to use the word twice. The good that had good in it. Goodbye. Was it Glenda's song? As a boy, I'd crush on a whim, fall for any damsel prim. But I used fall in my main hook down here at the bottom, so I could not use fall. Oops, sorry. So I got pine for any damsel prim. It's not perfect, but I did gain another P word, which kept with the theme. I feel a little like, oh, look at Shane using $10 words in his song. I feel a little bit of that. It's not as conversational as I'd like it, but and I want to point out that I love this connection with damsel and Daniels. I was going to Daniel's den, damsel prim, den of Daniels, but I wanted to mix it up because this this person in his life made his life less perfect. He has to deal with this person in his life. So I reversed the den of Daniels, and as a boy I'd crush on a whim, pine for any damsel prim, my heart of naive porcelain, a line in a dam. My heart. I wanted to weaken this. My heart, a naive porcelain. I wanted to weaken the narrator, because what is porcelain is beautiful, but it's also really fragile. And I feel changing it from of to a weakened it even further. I'm to be honest, I'm not sure if that's the right decision, but that's the decision I made, and I'm going to stick with it. but can you see the difference between of and a there? I wanted to make the porcelain more as fragile as I could. But love had cruel designs for me. A vulgar knife cut right through me. And this one I love. I changed this to her vulgar knife. Her vulgar knife cut like, and the her is like every woman, every it represents every person that can hurt someone. And I love giving it. I love giving possession to the vulgar knife. So I was reticent when first we met, hesitant and prone to fret, took measure over pleasure yet, don't screw this up, don't you rush. I just want to acknowledge that yet does not work grammatically. And I looked high and low for every possible perfect and imperfect and soft and near rhyme because I needed an there and I could not find it. So I just threw in yet. Go ahead, Robin.
I think yet works great because don't use it as yet like in the future. Use it as yet. Don't screw this up.
Yeah. Well,
it works that way. It kind of works like in an old-fashioned language, an old-fashioned Shakespearean feeling.
Yeah, it does kind of work. And the other thing I liked is yet has a time component, and the song is all about time.
Mm-hmm.
A long time now ago. But I really I want everyone to know I struggle with that.
It would almost be like saying yay, like YEA, like yay, don't screw this up, kind of. Yet, don't screw this. Yeah, kind of. I like it, actually.
Thank you, Robin. Because of that comment, I'm going to leave it in there. All right. You erased. Oh yeah. Here's why. This was. You erased the sadness. You erased this sadness. You erased that sadness. Right. All of those are good options. But watch how I just love it. You erased my sadness. There's something really precise and beautiful about a diamond to the madness. Again, same thing. A diamond to the madness, a diamond to this madness, a diamond to that madness, like all that. A diamond to my madness. Your eyes shine like the poet writing constellations down. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my favorite lines I've ever written in my entire life. I love that line with all my heart. But I don't want it to be Shakespeare. I want it to be a poet. It could be any poet. When we're together, any poet will do. And here's an interesting one. And the starlight in your iris makes me want to shout out loud. I really like this line. And I went through the whole thing, and the starlight in your eyes, and your starlight, all those things. But you know what I ended up doing? I took everything out. And starlight in your iris. And for some reason that makes it bigger. To me, starlight in your eyes makes that puts more starlight in her eyes. Does that make sense to you guys? Within our inward universe, I like that internal rhyme, but this became alone in our own universe. Beneath the porch light grow, beneath your porch light. Beneath the porch light, again, beneath this, beneath that porch light. Because I mentioned it before, so it could be that porch light. But no. Beneath your porch light glow. I taste the smile. I taste the smile in your kiss. And so I want to go back to the guitar. In works fine here, but I wanted to mimic the guitar. On your kiss and drink the rainstorm from your lips, which means the lips are giving it to you. Does it rather than on or in, it's giving. And then I fall for you like Icarus, but slow, a long time now ago. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's
It's wonderful.
let's read it. And it's a weird form. I'm playing with different forms. I walk you to your front porch beneath the harvest moon. A swirl of leaves between our feet sing the perfect. I love sing the perfect cursive tune. Our conversation sparkles, but I don't hear a word I say. Oh, I got rid of cause. That's right. I'm caught up in your lightning, girl. Tonight I let you take my breath away. Autumn air, brisk and calm. You slip your hand inside my palm. Our fingers dance together, warm, delicious, intertwined. Your touch to me is music pure, a symphony at your front door, the violin of a morning star, the Milky Way on my guitar, a rhapsody so sweet that we composed a long time now ago. As a boy, I'd crush on a whim, pine for any damsel prim, my heart a naive porcelain, a lion in a den of Daniels. But love had cruel designs for me, her vulgar knife cut right through me, waylaid by the wayside, bruised and cold. So I was reticent when first we met, hesitant and prone to fret, took measure over pleasure, yet don't screw this up, don't you rush. Outwardly you could not see, oh, I'm sorry, this is your ravage. No. Outwardly you could not see your ravage overpowering me. Privately I burned of you, craved, forsake. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I missed all these. We use this to refer to ourselves all the time. Privately I burned of you, craved, forsake, my covert fool. Your kindness crashed my prison, and your prison made me whole. A long time now ago, you erased my sadness, a diamond to my madness. Your eyes shine like a poet writing constellations down, and starlight in your iris makes me want to shout out loud. Alone in our own universe, beneath your porch-light glow, I taste. I'm sorry. I taste the smile on your kiss. The smile. The smile. That's what I want, right? I want the smile. Not any smile. I want your smile. I taste the smile on your kiss and drink the rainstorm from your lips. I fall for you like Icarus, but slow, a long time now ago.
So I ask you people, where else can we get a master class like that after a critique of music that we have created and see all of, or many of Shane's best practices applied even to his own work? Shane, thank you so much. This was really fantastic.